Good morning, class. My name is Brittany Petherbridge, and I'm speaking to you from Kenya, Africa this morning. And I'm going to address our questions this week. The first is how I would define psychopathology. I would define psychopathology based on our Christian worldview as the teachings and the research and study of the inner workings of the brain and the body itself, and how the brain, the nervous system, and the body and every other organization and or organism within the body is interconnected. And when it comes to abnormality, God does not consider anything abnormal. He addresses temptation in the Bible. He addresses anxiety in the Bible. Particularly in 1 Corinthians 10:13, it says, "No temptation has overtaken you that is not common to man. God is faithful, and he will not let you be tempted beyond your ability. But with the temptation, he will also provide the way of escape that you may be able to endure it." And then if you go up to Philippians 4:6-7, it talks about someone being anxious. "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Nothing in God's mind is abnormal because God has created the human body. We endure mental disorders and or crises within our world because of sin and the fact that our world has fallen, and we will continue to fall because we continually disobey God. So we endure trials and tribulations within our lives because God utilizes those to test us within our faith, and ultimately to turn a crisis situation and or mental disorders into therapy, not only for ourselves but for someone else. According to Clinton, 2002, Christian-centered soul care means recognizing that the church, more than the hospital or clinic, is a central place for healing, growth, and rich relationship. It means seeing people's pain as a soul wound as well as a psychological disorder at times. It means being invested in others, making a caring connection with someone rather than merely engaging in skilled talking. It means concerning ourselves with who Christian counselors are. Christian counseling is believing that the care and cure of souls is the work of God, a process of spiritual formation and discipleship more than the work of psychotherapy. James 5:16 says, "To confess your trespasses to one another and pray for one another, that you may be healed." When it comes to abnormality in the secular world, we stigmatize it. We view abnormality as not okay. We view people with mental disorders as people that have gone through certain things within their lives that can't handle what has been brought to them. And the stigmatization that this world continues to display on mental disorders is in many ways a sin, because we continually place fault on them for their circumstances, not intentionally knowing what might have happened in their lives to bring them to this point. So, and our duty as therapists, counselors, psychologists, medical doctors is to study psychopathology so that we can understand how one's brain is affected prior to being healed emotionally, physically, and spiritually through the Word. Thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.